Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, April 25th. So today I am going to do the physical ascension signs cards. A lot of the responses I got from yesterday's video seemed to be physical things that were going on from these geostorms that were coming in, the Schumann resonance whiting out, maybe even Mercury retrograde, some things coming up about that. So I have several different things here. We're just going to do a check-in real quick and see what we can expect for the next 7 days and whatever advice they have about getting through it as painlessly as possible. So show me in the cards. That's too many. Oh my God. Hang on a second. Show me in the cards physical symptoms that could be coming up for the next 7 days that people should not be concerned about because it's, outside stuff coming in, not inside stuff causing problems. Does that make sense? I know a lot of people worry that, oh my God, do I have cancer? Do I have this? Whatever. That one wanted to come out. Okay, what physical symptoms could be coming up in the next 7 days that people should not be worrying about? What physical symptoms should people not worry about for the next 7 days because it's some sort of an upgrade? It's some sort of a... okay, so I've got several here. Let's see what this says. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Okay. Oh, interesting. You saw me shuffle those cards. Hopefully. There is some of the same stuff coming up that did in the last couple. So here's a new one. This says the muscular system in the hand and wrist. So, honestly, the first thing that kind of came up was carpal tunnel. So that might be a new thing that is going on is, and the one thing that kind of is coming to me is a lot of people can heal with their hands, and obviously they're going to have energy flowing through them as that is happening. This feels like they might be opening up and I don't know a whole lot about other chakras. I assume there are hand chakras, maybe wrist chakras. I don't know, but this feels like that they might be opening up some of the energy from the hand down into healing hand position. So if that is something that you think you have, may be interested in, this might be coming on right now to, get that moving along for you. So if that resonates, please holler at me. The digestive issue, this shows the small intestine. I know people are having like stomach issues. That was posted in the comments yesterday. One of my girlfriends, actually the girlfriend that came over on Saturday morning, had sent me a message late in the Saturday. So she's got some stuff going on, and she even made a comment. She didn't know if it was contagious. I do not think it was contagious because I did not get anything from whatever she had. So digestive stuff going on. And I can say when those storms or even the Schumann resonance, there are times that I can feel in my stomach almost a little bit nauseous. Not like where it affects me negatively and I can't work my day, but it's just like this tiny little butterfly feeling in my stomach. And sometimes I feel like I am on some sort of an energy thing, and that is affecting my stomach like you would if you were on some sort of a roller coaster or some sort of a ride at a park. Sorry, I got a frog. The bones of the left foot came out again. That came out maybe last time I did this or the time before. So moving forward, some people are having problems moving forward, literally and metaphorically. So that is probably going on right at the moment. The central nervous system and it basically shows me the spine. So the first thing that I'm thinking of is some backaches, unexpected backaches, and tension a lot of times will hold in the back. My lower back has stopped hurting. It's got to be from two reasons. One, I flipped the bed around, and I also feel like when I sent that message out a couple of weeks ago, it was like almost immediately, those two things I did on the same day. So it feels like whatever was causing my lower back problems, it was one or the other or both. Released the tension that was in my lower back. So if you've got tension in your back, we need to talk about what is causing that, where you're getting the stress from. The stress comes in here first, then it comes in the body. We're going to talk about that later, about lack of sleep and how that affects you negatively. Then we also got the male endocrine system again. I mean, that is kind of interesting. I mean, this is how thick the cards are. So the fact that some of the same stuff is coming out again, I find very interesting. Male endocrine system coming in again. So their hormones, they might be having some hormone fluctuations. They could be feeling extra tired too. Their hormones could be out of whack. I mean, maybe even, I know women tend to have more thyroid problems than men do. But maybe they've got some stuff going on and they don't know what's causing it, but it's their hormones might be out of whack or getting back into place or whatever. So that's interesting. And then, oh my God, what is this? Part of the liver. Okay, so this is like liver and part of the intestines. What it says, esophagus, left lobe of the liver, stomach, gastrocolic figment, rectum, ascending colon, gallbladder, and the right lobe of the liver. So we're talking about liver, gallbladder problems, more intestinal stuff. So I'm thinking, this is my opinion only. A lot of times when people have like skin issues, eczema, really bad like breakouts or whatever, it's because your liver needs a good cleanse. So if you have never done one of those, you might look into that, cleaning out the liver so it works a little bit better. It gets rid of the toxins a little bit better. And then the other one is the male urinary system. So kidneys may be working overtime, feeling like they have to go to the bathroom all the time. So it feels like the men are kind of going through it right now. More so than, I have a lot of women on my channel, so I know the women are going through it. But I'm thinking this week the men might be really going through it with physical stuff from the solar storms, the Schumann resonance, maybe even Mercury retrograde or whatever. That also makes me think a liver cleanse is definitely a good idea if it is somebody that was a big drinker in the past. There probably are some toxins in there. So maybe you were a big drinker in the past and you have since stopped or whatever. Perhaps a good liver cleanse would work. I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like a lot of men probably drink maybe a little bit more than women. I don't know. You feel free to post in there. I don't have the answer to that. In my family, my dad drank beer and my mom didn't drink anything. So that's kind of how that's how my family was. But anyway, okay, so that's part of what's going on with the physical stuff this next 7 days. But I also have these other cards, the healing code cards, and I just want to see if there's anything else that comes out that maybe verifies what just came out. Things for people to look out physically for the next 7 days that they should not be worried about. So it says muscle enhancer. That just makes me feel like you might have some aches and pains. That fibromyalgia thing could be kicking in. Your muscles are achy. You don't know why. It feels like you have a hangover. It's probably an energy hangover. The other one is the skin enhancer. And again, eczema, stuff like that. If that is coming out right now, that is probably some sort of cleanse trying to take place. Liver. Oh, the liver enhancer came out. So the liver just came out on that other spread. So, and then stiffness eliminator. So again, joints being stiff, backaches, muscle aches, just feeling overall stiffness in the body. That is stuff not to worry about right now. That is stuff that the universe, God, source, creator, the storms and everything, it's probably some sort of upgrade that they're trying to do, and or pushing out things that they don't want in there anymore, rejuvenation eventually. So that stuff not to worry about. And okay, so let's move on. I want to talk real quick about sleep. I want to know how many of you feel like you get a good night's sleep, or you get enough sleep at night, and let's talk about why you don't. I have several people that like to make fun of me because I will say 95% of the time will not take a phone call after 8 o'clock because I don't want to get myself woke up and not be able to go to sleep. If I am tired, if I come home from a very, very long day and I can't keep my eyes open at 7 o'clock, I am not ashamed to go to bed that early. And if I wake up at 3:30 in the middle of the night, then I have 3 or 4 hours in the morning where I have peace and quiet. So I put a lot of weight on getting a good night's sleep, because in order for me to have a good day, I need to be able to know that I'm not going to be waking up in the morning tired. Now, sometimes I don't get a good night's sleep because my brain won't shut off, or maybe there's other stuff going on. But when my girlfriend was over here on Saturday, one of the things that we were talking about, she was talking about her granddaughter having track meets, and that they were like lasting until 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, that's just wrong to keep kids out that late at night. Forget about the parents, but kids should not be out that late at night and then not be able to go to sleep and then having to get up and go to school the next morning really early. I mean, that to me feels like the black hats setting up kids for failure. So anyway, I know there's a lot of people out there that are having problems sleeping. So let's figure out what are some of the reasons. One of the reasons that people might have problems sleeping is they've got too much stuff on their plate, and it's overflowing and your brain can't shut off at night. So if you are someone who is having a problem sleeping because you can't shut your brain off, start eliminating stuff in your life that is not necessary. Stop trying to people please, because as you try to people please everybody else and make sure everybody else is happy, you're not getting to bed on time, you're getting up too early, you're not getting sleep at night, and then you feel like crap the next day. You are not any help to anybody. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Think about why you aren't getting enough sleep at night. What are you doing during the day that is causing problems in the evening? Are you not going to bed when you are tired? If you go to bed when you're tired, so what if you wake up in the middle of the night? If you got 7.5 or 8 hours of good sleep, you're going to have a good day. I mean, just think about it. So anyway, let's talk about some emotions here. I'm getting hot again. Woo! What kind of emotions can we expect for the next 7 days? Other people's emotions that we might be dealing with. Okay, other people's emotions, not ours. Other people's emotions that might be in our face that we might have to deal with. What kind of emotions are other people are going to be like throwing off at us next 7 days? What kind of emotions are other people going? Well, there you got a bunch. Okay. Oh God, we got a bunch. So the first, these two came up. I mean, there's a bunch here. These are other people's emotions. So this is interesting. Something's going to happen this week, and it says stressed and panicky. So I wonder what's going to happen this week that's going to make other people stressed and panicky, and you're going to be sitting on the sidelines watching this. Okay, so embarrassed and compassionate. So something's going to happen to somebody and they're going to be embarrassed. I feel like somebody's going to drop the ball on somebody and they're going to feel really bad about themselves. So they might need some encouragement. Compassionate came out. So what you might see is some of these people that are having problems, you might see some of the other people coming around being compassionate, helping. This feels like the next 7 days are going to be a case of people in panic or stress mode and other people having to come possibly to the rescue. Being compassionate, letting somebody know there's no reason to be embarrassed, there's no reason to be scared, I'm here with you, kind of like what I had last week when my car or my truck wouldn't start. And then we've got afraid. We've got some people that are afraid. So something is going to happen next week that's going to cause some of these negative emotions to come out. Panic, stressed, afraid. Unfulfilled. So you might get somebody that might be crying on your shoulder because they're feeling less than fulfilled. They are feeling like they are not doing their passion, what they're supposed to be doing. That just feels to me like depression, because I think a lot of people who are depressed are not feeling fulfilled. They don't feel like they're doing their life purpose or something. So this could be a conversation that's going to happen in the next 7 days. And the other one is shy. Shy, timid, introverted, and reserved. So you may run into somebody that you try to have a conversation with and you cannot get any information out of them to save your life. Whatever reason, they feel judged constantly, so they are afraid and shy to really let people know who they are. So that's a different take on emotions that we might be running into next week. These are other people's emotions, not necessarily ours. Okay, and I'm going to do one more thing here. These are I can't ever remember the name of them, sexy love notes or something like that. Does the universe want to give us any last words of advice before I shut this down? Any last words of advice from the universe for the next 7 days? Anything from the universe to help us through the next 7 days peacefully? Okay, there's a couple. And that one. Things that can help us go peacefully in the next 7 days. I want one more. Things that can help us go peacefully for the next 7 days. That one definitely wants to come out. Okay. So, risk it. That was the last card that came out, but it says, great things are born from those brave enough to fly, those who are willing to risk failure. Your dreams require action and you are ready to make a move. Remember, you have nothing to lose. Even if you flop, you'll receive valuable insights. So get off your butt and take a leap. Go for it. That's how I feel about my roundtable on Saturday morning. I've never done anything like this. And there's that voice going, things could go wrong, things could go wrong. But at the same time, the other voice is going, I need to do this. I will be okay. It may be a learning lesson, but we will all be fine. And it'll work out perfectly however it works out. The second one here, it says, be present. Your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now in this moment. Today is the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give it your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. Being present also removes a lot of the stress, because if you can pull in, if you can stop thinking about things in the past, if you stop thinking about things in the future and pull your energy to what is going on right now, that alleviates a lot of that stress. So if you are laying in bed at night and you cannot go to sleep because you are thinking about how are you going to pay the bills in 2 weeks, generally that answer does not come while you're stressing over it. Getting a good night's sleep allows you to wake up the next day with a whole new attitude, because things always seem bigger in the middle of the night. Have you ever noticed that? I mean, it's just like, it can be huge when you're thinking about it in the middle of the night. And if you can finally get some sleep, and when you wake up and it's daylight outside, it's not nearly as bad. All right, let's see. It says, give each other space. Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. That could mean, to me, some of these emotions that are going to be coming out this week, it might be some awkward conversations going on. And maybe it doesn't need to be all fixed and handled right then and there. Not last one. It's time to stop procrastinating. Your current obligations and responsibilities can no longer be put off. Chop, chop. That might be another reason why you are stressing at night, is because there are things that need to be done that you keep procrastinating and you can't let them go. Chop, chop. It's time to buckle down and do the work. The resolution and abundance you seek requires action. Ignore any naysaying voices. Believe in yourself. You can do this. Procrastination often comes from the fear that you can't. You'll be so relieved and proud when this is behind you. And the last one is celebrate your love. When we cherish our beloved, the bond grows stronger. We create deeper levels of trust, intimacy, and friendship. It's all too easy to get comfortable and put your relationship on cruise control. So spice it up instead. Do something special and spontaneous. And if you're currently looking for your soulmate, take yourself out for a fun date. The happier and more connected you are to yourself, the more attractive you will be to others. Okay, that's all I have for today. Everybody have a good day. Remember, other people's emotions might be coming at you for the next 7 days, so be compassionate. And if you know, you just might need to be there for them while they have a meltdown. So have a good week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.